I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
Today we've got our January TBR for you. These are all the books that we either have to read or want to read in January.
We're going to be really ambitious in January.
Yeah, I want to push ourselves.
Yeah, we're going to have a brilliant year. 2015
reading.
is going to be the year of the book.
So let's just get into it.
The first book that we have to read is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. It's for our studying lit module at university. I've started it. It's going pretty well so far. It's nice. It's just long. It's about 400 pages and the pages are quite thin. But it's quite a good storyline. It's a bit gothic-y, I think. It's gonna be a really good read. It's just going to take a while because it's a classic.
Yeah.
So starting early, this will get done.
I'm going to start this in a couple of weeks. We don't technically study it until the very end of January, but we both thought little and often because it's quite big.
And we've got a lot of books that are actually book sized to read in this semester.
Yeah,
in our last semester, we have tiny books to read last semester, but this one we've got proper. Most of them are quite big. Yeah. So we need to. You're not going to be able to read one a week, so we're going to have to
get on top of it.
Yeah.
The book I'm currently reading is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I was in a reading slump, so I was trying to read quick, fun books, but I just really wanted to read this for a couple of months now, and it is big, but I want to push myself this year. I shouldn't not read a book because it's big, because Harry Potter's big, and I read those really quickly, and it is meant to be really good, so I've barely read anything of it yet because I've been busy with coursework, but once coursework is done, I just really want to read this, so I'm being very ambitious.
The next book I want to read in January is I'm the Messenger by Marcus Zusak. I was just looking at all my new books that I got in my Christmas winter book haul, and I was thinking, what shall I read in January? And this one wins, because I was looking at them and I was like, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. And I was like, Marcus Zusak, you can't go wrong. I know I'm going to enjoy this book. And January, it's a bit dark and gloomy, isn't it? We need to get something that will get us through the month. And this looks fab, and it's also very floppy. And me and Laura love our floppy books.
They stay in good nick, like they don't get all spines broken and stuff.
Yeah, even with me, which is, it's a gift. So I'm going to look forward to this one.
The next one that me and Amy both have to read is William Blake's Songs of Innocence and of Experience. This is a collection of poems. And this edition actually has really nice pictures in that go with the poems, which is very nice. It is quite short, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I haven't got the pretty copy. I'm quite sad. It's kind of gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. The font is like a yellowy brown colour, which is cool. Yeah, this is the first book that we're studying for Studying Lit module, so I'll be reading this quite soon. I might just read a couple of poems a day, because you can't really read a whole collection of poems one after the other, because it gets a bit repetitive. They don't really sink into your brain. So I'll probably start this really soon.
I'm going to put this on my shoulder. It's too high. The next thing I want to read in January is some of my Walking Dead graphic novel. One of my New Year's resolutions of the booktube side of things was to read more books that aren't books, like graphic novels and short stories and poetry and plays and things like that. So this is part of that New Year's resolution, and also it's a Christmas present, and I love zombies and it's going to be so good. It's also huge.
You're not going to read all of it though.
No, I'm not going to read all of it straight away. I'll probably start with the first couple and read a couple every now and again. Yeah. So I'll read a couple in January, and that will be my January text.
The next book I want to reread in January is Peter Pan, because it's a really gorgeous edition, and I want to do the 50 books challenge, so I'm partly going to try and read some small books to counteract the bigger books I'm challenging myself with. So I just want to reread it, and it's all magical and cute, and I just want to reread Peter Pan. I haven't read it for quite a few years, so I can probably read this in a day.
The next book I want to read in January is The Daylight and the Dusk, a collection of short stories by Janet Frame, again fulfilling my New Year's resolutions of reading things that are more non-book. This is actually Laura's, and I saw it on her shelf, and it was connected to one of my creative writing things. I thought that's a coincidence, so I borrowed it. And I've read one of the short stories so far, in between chapters of Jane Eyre, just to keep me going, and it's going to be absolutely fabulous. I've read one of them and it was really good.
I've literally had this book for years and never read it, but now you think it's really good. I do want to read it.
It's really sweet. They're just short stories. You could like read a book and then read a short story.
Yeah.
And it keeps you out of reading slumps, it keeps you into reading, but they're only short, and it's just really nice change.
My next book is quite ambitious, considering I have to read uni books and and I want to read The Name of the Wind. But I really want to read Night Film by Marisha Pessl, because it is huge. But I'm just in the mood for sort of a big mystery type book, and I think that's what this is, and I think that'll make it quite fast paced. So I don't know if I will get round to this, but I definitely really want to. So if not, February, but it just looks really good. The last book I want to read in January is one that shouldn't take me very long. That is All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Kaufman, but basically by Amy, because just she's the reason everyone will read this book. I have read it, but quite a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it, but I can't really remember it. So I've been meaning to reread it for a while, and Amy got this new edition, so she's let me borrow it. And yeah, I'll read this really quickly. So I've got a lot of books, but this and Peter Pan should be really quick, so it's not too bad.
I'm very excited for our January now. It's going to be really good.
We're setting ourselves lots of goals, but I think that helps motivate us to read more, because that is just a general resolution for me, just to read more. So hopefully it will happen.
Have a good reading month, and we'll see you next video, guys.
Bye.
Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan, 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 Pan.